welcome to Domestic Violence and Abuse. You're so welcome. If you're new on my channel, you can click on that subscribe button and subscribe today. And I really appreciate you friends, for watching my videos. This actually keeps me pushing for more. So as usual, we always say that you need to report all cases, whatever you're seeing which is not okay, you need to report. You don't need to keep quiet, friends, because our world is going crazy, doing things which we just can't understand. That is the reason why, Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, the Bible actually tells parents to say, train up a child. Whether you are a parent, a guardian, or an adult, you have people whom you are responsible to, you need to train them, children especially, because you can instill good morals and values when a child is still young, so that when they are old, they will not depart from the truth. But of course, you know what? They may depart from the truth, but when they have been taught, they have learned, they will not forget what they were taught. So that is what Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6 actually says, and we don't need to keep quiet. So friends, today, I'm bringing you a very, very sad story. Like the moment I read this story, my heart stopped. I was overwhelmed, with fear, with sorrow of what happened actually in Texas. So Texas school shooting, 19 children, 2 adults killed by a 18-year-old boy or man, if we can say, honestly, how can this 18-year-old do such a massacre, friends? Something is not right here. So all these things, such thoughts, they emanate. That's the reason why, a home is a school. A home is very important, and as parents, we don't need to neglect to educate our children and not to conform to worldly standard, because you know what? We are training for eternity. But of course, I'm not saying that, his parents failed him, or probably his grandmother failed him. There are times when, just children go their own way despite being brought up in the way of the Lord, instilled with good morals and values. And this boy actually, you know what? He had a choice. God has given us the power of choice. He had the choice not to do what he did. So friends, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can click on that red subscribe button and subscribe now, and comment in the section below. 10 children and 2 adults were actually killed inside one classroom. Gunman, killed 19 children and 2 teachers at Texas Elementary School in one of the deadliest school massacres in U.S. history. The gunman posted his intentions, online. This boy, or rather, like he had planned everything. He even posted his intentions on Facebook. Unfortunately, it was a one-to-one conversation. Had it not been that, probably, something would have been prevented. Inside a 4th grade classroom where all the fatalities and injuries occurred as stated by state and federal officials. So at that time, the officials were trying to confirm the motive, like what triggered him, what triggered these thoughts, friends. So officials say the rampage began with the suspect Salvador Ramos, an 18-year, like he worked at a as a fast food worker. So before he went to the elementary school, he shot his grandmother in the face, Cecilia M. Gonzalez, in the face at her home in Uvalde. Friends, like whatever was going on in this boy's mind, honestly, who could do such an act? Who could kill, his grandmother in the face? Also, like after shooting his grandmother, fortunately, the grandmother survived and she called 911. So after shooting his grandmother, he posted again, on social media to say, now I'm going to an elementary school. So this boy had a choice to make. He would have stopped just there, but he went on. So friends, like this gunman was spotted minutes later crashing a truck into a ditch and running towards the school with a rifle. And you know what, friends, like an officer from Uvad, like school district, engaged this gunman before he entered the school, but at least 40 minutes past, the shooter went through, the back door down to two short classroom or hallway and ended up in a classroom where he opened fire before, a border patrol officer shot and killed this man. So, you know what? According to reports, Ramos was a high school dropout. So this boy actually was having issues, One would have questions like, why did he drop school? Was this a boy who was unruly at home? What could be the reason for his actions? Like never gave any warning of the crime or abduction, nothing. There was no warning. That was according to officials. Until about 30 minutes before he reached the school, when he posted, on Facebook that he was going to school, he was going to shoot his grandmother who had worked as a teacher, as a teacher's allied for the elementary school until 2020. So in a second post, on Facebook, told his grandmother she survived and called 991. Officials confirmed that. Now, less than 15 minutes before Ramos posted, I'm going to shoot an elementary school. The massacre in the predominantly working class Latino city of about 16,000, people roughly 15 miles from Mexican border involved the most fatalities of any U.S. shooting since 2020. 20 children and 6 adults were killed. Friends, like this is a very sad story. Like honestly, who could do such a thing, to children, to adults? They were defenseless. I just can't imagine what they went through, hearts are shattered forever. So as the people of Uvad mourns, oh my God, this was a little aggressive on the root cause of the tragedy. So what are solutions? What do you think can be done to avoid, such massacres? What could be the solution, friends? Comment in the section below. So dear friends, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can click on that red subscribe button and subscribe today. So thank you so much for watching. My prayer goes to parents, families who are affected, because you know what, we are all affected. And I pray that God can force them in a very special way and give them the peace which the world cannot give. So thank you so much. God bless you. See you in our next video.